with that march. It's a little bit cooler this morning. 4, 3, 2, march out wide. Now up on toes. And 4, 3, 2, bring single arm up. 4 more. 3, 2, step together. 4, 3, 2. Now take heel front. Opposite arm reaches nice and long. March. March wide. 4, 3, 2, in for 4. Out wide. In 4. Out wide. In 2. In and wide. In and wide. 4, 3, 2. Just march. 4, 3, 2. Low kick. Or you could just take it to your heel front. And then as you feel comfortable, you can make it a little bigger if you want. Kick. Kick. Abs are in. 4, 3, 2, squat. Pushing the weight back in the heels. Abs are in. 4, 3, 2, and march. Out wide. 4, 3, 2, leg curl. Bring that heel back. 4, 3, 2. We're going to press and open. Press, open, press, open. Stretch out in front of chest and shoulder. 4, 3, 2. Lift wide.
Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I'd call you up. You can go around, go around, go around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I'd be at
4, 3, bring it out wide. 4, 3, 2, back to the front. Left, right, 4, 3, squat out to the right. Left. You're stepping out nice and wide. Pushing the weight back in the heels. 4 more. Punch right. 4, 3, tap back, right and left, circle arms. 4, 3, 2, and march. March wide. Step together. This time maybe a little bit lower. Working through the legs a little bit more. We're going to be doing some leg work, but instead of so many squats and lunges, we're going to do some different moves. So we're going to leave legs out too much in the beginning. Back behind. The good thing is, you don't really need any weights or water bottles today unless you want in the beginning cardio part. And I'll show you what that looks like. 4, 3, 2, and march. Wide. Now here, if you want, you can grab the water bottles. The legs are going to be out wide. The arms are going to be front. You're going to bring it to the side, press open, to the side, press open. So even if you don't want to use anything, you can just use your arms. Think about the muscles working. So the arms are out wide. You're in that wide squat position. You turn, bring the weight in, bring it open, in, and open. So you just rotate, being careful with the knees. Staying focused. Nice opening, lengthening. Use your breath. Breath in, go out. One more each side. And stay here. We're going to bring the palms up. We're going to circle up and down. Up and release. So even without any water or any light weights, just think about big circling up and open. So go a little deeper in that squat if you want, or just stay up tall if you really want to just work the upper body. 4 more. 3. Try 2 more. And then we're going to hold out wide. Shoulders relaxed. Press up and open. Up and open. Blow your breath out at the top. Press. Press. Let's try 4 more. 3, 2, and then we're going to alternate the arms. Up, alternate, pressing up and open, up and open. 4, 3, 2, hold the arms out wide, bring it in and open, in and open, in and open. 4, 3, 2, then we're going to hold out wide, lower, and lift. So even just with the vitamin waters I have in my hand, I'm feeling those shoulders. So if you think about the muscles you're working, that also helps. 2 more. And then we're going to combine that move, bringing it in and then down. So it's in and down. In and forward. In, forward. And try 4 more. Break if you need to, or do single arm. Last one. And release. Bring it in, take it out. You might want to roll the shoulders out for a second. If you have water or whatever, you can keep it. We're going to go to a march. 4, 3, 2, wide. 4, 3, 2, we're going to jab front. Find Find that focus. Now bring it across. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, uppercut. 4, drive it up, 2, and hook. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, jab front. Nice long jab. And 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to try tempo. Strong punches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Step together. Shoulders are relaxed. 4, 3, 2, just march. I'm going to take it to a knee lift. If you want, arms can be either out here or up overhead. Cross opposite, elbow to knee. Cross, lift, cross, lift. Then when you get the feel, if you want to go a little bit quicker, feel free. You can add a little hop if you want. If your arms get tired, bring it in a little bit closer. And just add a turn. The arms are out wide instead of up overhead. Nice. 4, 3, 2. Take it to a twist. Knees soft. 4, 3, 2, 3, and a knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. 4, 3, 2, just twist. So the abs are in nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, and release. Legs out wide. Opposite foot, reach. Down, lift. Reach, lift. So kind of bend into that opposite leg. One leg stays straight. One knee bends. If that's not comfortable, you can just bend forward, reach to the knee, or towards the foot, or that lunge. Breath in, blow out. Again, at your own pace. If this is too quick, you can slow it down. Four, 3, 2, and release. Keep the legs out wide. Just pump the arms. And then if you don't have weights, you might even want to go faster. So without weights, you can just really pump those arms, work through it. And you can always slow it down, go a little quicker, depends on how you feel. And 4, 3, 2, and release. Relax the shoulders. That works the biceps, so we're going to keep the arms in. We're going to tap back, press, press, press. That's too fast. Press in, press in. So a little bit slower. especially if you even have water. Slower to really engage the tricep. Hinge slightly forward. And if you're ready, pick it up. Nice long neck and shoulders the whole time. So try not to crunch up. You're going to put pressure in your neck. Really tip forward from the hips. You could also do single arm, opposite or same leg. That's a little bit easier. 4, 3, 2, and march it out. March wide. 4, 3, 2, twist left. 4, 3, 2, 3, and a knee. So it's 1, 2, 3, knee. So do the opposite side. 4, 3, 2, and just twist. And 4, 3, 2, left arm, jab to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right arm. Find that focus. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, jab cross. Either tempo or a little bit slower. 4, 3, 2, just jab, right arm. 4, 3, 2, left side. 4, 3, 2, jab cross. 4, 3, 2, and release. Shake it out. Relax the shoulders. And 4, 3, 2, hold the legs, circle the arms. Slowing it down. 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, grab a sip of water if you need. I want to make sure we have time to do the next series. No weights for this one, and it's about 25 reps for each move, but it's all focusing on the lower body, glutes, quads, legs. So the first move is called a standing rainbow crescent, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to balance on that right leg first. Hands come behind the head. We're going to bring that left heel front kind of towards the corner of your room. We're going to lift the leg, bring it up high, bring it back towards the corner of the room, up and back to the center. So it takes a little bit to get the feel of the move, so really concentrate on lifting up, out wide, to the back, out wide, kind of making that arc. If you want to imagine that, that might help. So you lift, bring it back, and you can tap down in between if you need to on the way back. You keep your standing knee soft, that helps. And you can tap down in between. And if it's not comfortable to keep hands behind the head, you can keep them on hips. And then bring it back around so you feel like you have that balance. So you're engaging the core because you're adding that balance challenge. And you can always bring the heel down in the front so you could start that lift again, out and back. through it. So even though there's no weights involved, you're really working, concentrating the muscles on lifting that leg up and out and back. Bring the abs in, standing knees soft. I think as you go through it, you get the feel of the move a little bit more. You can always use your wall for support if you need to, or whatever's next to you. That's what happens when you lose your focus. Try not to arch through the back. We have 5 more. Last one. So you might feel that standing leg working as well, because it's helping to keep you balanced. You want to shake that out maybe for a second before we go to the other side. So 25 slow and controlled does take a little bit of time, but that's because we're really working on focusing on that move. So standing knees soft, hands behind the head, heel front, lift, bring it back, around, and again, moving, this is a little too quick, you can slow it down. If you start to fall over, maybe bring arms out to the side, or again, hold on to something if you need to, because you're really just concentrating on that leg, lifting and moving. So even if you're holding on to something, you're still just concentrating on the move.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate?
Try to lift high on that arch, and then back down.
It feel like my life ain't mine. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You gotta die today. You don't gotta die. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You gotta die today. You don't gotta die. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You gotta die today. You don't gotta die. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive.
Nice big circle. We're more than halfway there.
Takes
a lot of focus to stay balanced and lift and move.
I know you're the reason I believe in life. With a day without a little night, I'm just trying to shed a little light. It can be
Deep breath.
hard, it can be so hard, but you gotta live right now. You gotta everything to live right now. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine.
Last 4.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine.
And as that standing leg gets tired, you might feel like you're losing your balance, so you can slow it down a little, or tap down at the back and the front, and then release. Kind of shake that leg out. That made me nice and warm. All right, now single leg deadlift with an extension. So we're going to balance on that right leg again. So the knee is slightly bent. We're going to take the toes behind. So toes are just slightly behind you. You hinge forward, so you have that nice flat back. Hands can be behind the head. We're going to lift up and then lift that back leg and release. Hinge forward, lift up, back leg lifts. When you lift that back leg, you're squeezing into hips, glutes in the back here. So you want to try not to arch too much up. You don't want to really arch through the back, so keep the abs tight as you lift. It might be a small lift. All right, right leg, left it back, hinge forward. So you're working hamstring on the right, lift into that left leg. Hinge forward and lift. Hinge and lift. your breath out as you lift. So it might feel good in the hamstrings on that standing leg, kind of stretching that out. Abs engaged. Push the weight in the heel as you lower.
So let's get one thing straight now, baby. Tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. I put the house on you, am I lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not? You gotta tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. I'm wishing for you, am I lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not?
Keep going. Last 10. Squeeze up. 9. Squeeze up. 8 more. And lift. Sometimes it's nice to do something a little bit different, challenging your body in different ways. That's what cross training's about, not always doing the same thing. Last 4. Squeeze up. 3. Your body gets used to doing some of the same moves, so it's nice to shock it a little doing something different. And release. And shake it out. You might need to stretch through your back a little so you can lean back or hinge forward, kind of roll through the low back if you need to. I know that's where sometimes I feel it because I do tend to arch my back, so that's why I know to tell you to avoid that. Now we're going to do the same thing, other side. So ground that left foot into the floor, right toes are back, hands behind the head, hinge forward, and then lift that back leg. You might find that one side lifts a little higher than the other, so just notice that. So the next time you can see if you move a little bit differently, if you can make it a little bit bigger on the one side that might be not lifting as high. Maybe you need a little more stretch on one side. Abs in as you work.
Are we too grown for games? Are we too grown to play around? Young enough to chase, but old enough to know better. Are we too grown for change? Are we too grown to mess around? Oh, and I can't wait forever, baby.
Remember, you can feel the slight softness in that standing leg. You got it. We're almost there. Last 10. Yes, lift. Squeeze up. We only have 5 more. And lift. Last 4, squeeze up, 3, squeeze, last 2. Good, lots of concentration here, lots of muscles engaged, and release. And shake it out. All right, next moves are all on the floor. So if you have a mat or something you want to bring to the floor with you, we'll get that. We're going to come over to our right side first. Side lying. So we're going to be with our elbow right underneath the shoulder, legs out from the hips, and we're going to bend the knees so they're at a 90-degree angle. We're going to stay side lying, and it's going to be a power kick. So we're going to bring that top knee in, push out. Top knee in, push out. Top knee in, push out. So it's like a standing kick, but we're doing it lying down. So you really just are working that leg.
Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Flex that foot as you kick.
Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
Bring it in, push it out. Bring it in, push it out. So you're working through hips, glutes, as you push that kick out.
Like your kingdom keys, they once belonged to me. You asked me for a place to sleep. Locked me out.
Last 5, 4, 3, really push, like you're kicking something out of the way, and release. You might want to bring that top leg forward and kind of shake it out a little before we go to the other side. So you should have felt it back here, your hips, glutes, especially with that pull in and extend. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side to make sure elbow is right underneath shoulder. Knees are bent at that 90 degrees. The bottom knee is supporting you. Bring that top leg up, in, extend, in, extend. So really squeeze in, push out. Push out like you're really kicking something out of your way. And blow your breath out as you kick.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. I'll be the actress starring in your bad dreams. I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. I'll be the actress starring in your bad dreams. Look what you made me do.
Yes. We have 10 more.
Taylor can't come
push.
to the phone right now.
9. Push. 8. 7. 6. Last 5. Really pressing that heel towards your wall.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me
And then you release. And again, you can bring that top leg over. Stretch it out for a second. We're going to come to forearm and knees next. So stretch that out for a second if you need to. Grab a sip of water if you want.
What you just made me do.
So we're going to work one leg at a time again. I needed a sip of water. All right, so forearm, knees, we're going to cross a heel over and lift up. So you bring your forearms to the floor. Your knees are about hip distance. You're going to cross the left leg over and then push up and out. Cross over, flex the foot, push out. Cross, squeeze up. Cross, squeeze up. Blow your breath out as you lift.
I woke up pissed off today, and lately everyone feels fake. Somewhere I lost a piece of me, smoking cigarettes on balconies. But I can't do this alone. Sometimes I just need a light. If I call you on
Really
the phone,
cross over, squeeze up.
But I can't do
Cross
this
over,
alone. Sometimes I just need
squeeze
a
up.
light. If I call you on the phone, need you on the other
Keep that
side.
foot
So
flexed.
just flow down your hill like a river. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. When you're screaming, but they only hear you whisper. I'll be loud for you. But you gotta be there for me too.
Last 4,
I will be there for you.
3,
I will be there
last
for
2,
you.
last 1, and release. You can stretch it out for a second, sitting back on the heels, walking the hands forward if you need it, just to stretch through your hips, maybe into your back a little bit if
Around
you
the
need.
world and back again.
Feels good.
I hope you're waiting at the end.
Then we're going to come back to that same position, hands and knees on your forearm, forearms, cross over, squeeze up and out, cross over, squeeze up. So you're thinking about lifting that heel up towards the ceiling, kind of to the corner as you press up. Breath in on the way down, blow out when you press up.
You gotta be there for me too.
I will be there for you. I will be there for you, girl.
Keep going.
I will be there for you.
We're down to the last 10. Squeeze up. Cross. Squeeze up. Last 4. So by the end, you should be starting to feel it. Especially because we haven't really done these, unless you've done them in other classes. And then release.
I will be there for
My
you.
plan was to do a couple sets of all of these, but I'm not sure we're going to get there. That's
I will
alright.
be there for you.
So press back, come up, come over to on your back. We're going to do a bridge lift. So if you can, try to balance on your heels. So the heels are down, arms are by your side. You're going to squeeze the hips up, tap down, and then squeeze back up. What you want to try to avoid doing is really arching through the back. So you want to really press the hips up, but also keep the core engaged. So you might have to like tuck under a little. All right, ready? Heels on the floor, squeeze up, down, squeeze up, tap down. Keeping the abs engaged. Concentrate on that lift. Trying to keep that little pelvic tilt up so you don't arch through the back. Blow your breath out as you lift up. Squeeze at the top, really squeeze up. After this move, we only have one more move that we're going to try. We have 10 more of these. Squeeze up at the top, really squeezing into the hamstrings. Really press up, pressing those heels into the floor. If it's not comfortable, you can bring that whole foot down. Down to the last 5. 4, 3, 2 more. Press and squeeze. Press 1, press and squeeze, and release. You might want to hug the knees in for a second, just to stretch through those glutes, back of thighs, your low back. Because the next move is going to probably engage a little bit more of the back, so you want to stretch that out. We're going to be on our stomach, with the heels together, squeezing up. So when you're ready, flip back over on your stomach. You're going to take the knees out a little bit wider. And you're going to bring the heels of the feet together so the toes kind of splay out. You can rest your head on your hands or your towel or your mat. And we're going to squeeze up and then lower. So you're going to lift the legs up off the floor. Squeeze time, maybe try to lift a little bit higher, squeezing into those glutes. Last 5, squeeze up. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and release. And kind of shake the legs out here, stretching out any tension you feel. And then we're going to press up, sit back on heels so you can stretch it out into hamstrings, into those glutes. Nice child's pose, always feels good here.
First, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been.
We're going to come up to a hands and knees position
The way
next.
that things have
So
been.
hands are right underneath shoulders, knees are right underneath hips. Take that left leg back, the right arm is going to be long, and then you release. Lift, and release. Squeeze up, and release.
I was broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that looked at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the.
2 more. Nice and long, and release. You can stretch it out for a second, and then take that other leg long. Ready? We lift and release. Make sure the other hand is right underneath shoulder.
Send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you've heard has turned your spirit to a dove.
Use your breath, blow out as you lift.
Spirit up above.
Last 4,
I was
3,
choking in the crowd, building my rain up in the clouds,
2,
falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would
and
drown,
release.
but they never did.
Again, sit back on heels, stretch it out for a second.
It rained down, it rained down.
Last move we have, we're going to come back up into a plank position. And you can either just hold in that plank, or I'll show you the next option. Slowly come up, hands and toes if you can. We're just going to reach one arm forward, and then the other arm forward. Reach, come back, reach, come back, reach. So you're extending forward, trying to reach a little bit further each time without rotating through your hips. So you don't want to kind of drop down to reach, you just want to extend, keeping that nice long line from head to toe. Make sure when you come back that hand is right underneath shoulders so you don't put any extra pressure on your shoulders. So make sure you're in a good position, reach, make sure you bring it back, and then reach. So you're in a good position before you switch sides. So we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I hope you at least tried 1, 2, and rest. Stretch back. Extend the arms forward so you stretch out through front of chest and shoulder. You stretch, I'm going to change the music. Ah, nice. Slow it down a little so we can stretch it out. All right. So you're on your mat, and that you could go back to that child's pose if you haven't already. Pressing the weight back, arms are extended forward, nice deep breath. And then we're going to slowly release that. Come up to hands and knees. Knees right underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. Just tuck in, stretch and arch through that back, pulling it all in, and then release and let it go. And then again, tuck in, curl it all in, and then release and let it go. Let's do it one more time. Really squeeze in, pull it all in nice and tight, squeeze up, and then release. We're going to come all the way down to the mat on your hands, or you can rest your chin on your hands. You can just rock the feet back and forth for a second, releasing any tension in the lower legs, lower body. And then gently lift one heel in towards you, pressing that hip into the floor. Reach around if it's comfortable, pulling it in, pressing down, nice deep breath, opening up the quad muscle in the front of that leg. So from some of the moves we did with the lift and circle, with the arch or the rainbow, you had to use that leg to lift and bring it back. So stretching through the front of that leg should feel good. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to slowly release. Bring that leg back down, bring the other leg up, and then again, if it's comfortable, reach around, pull it in as you press that leg into the floor. Relax the upper body. With each deep breath, you might be able to go a little deeper into the stretch. And take your time and slowly release that leg. We're going to press up to hands and knees and then come over to sitting. And now if you want, you can take your shoes off if you haven't already. Sometimes it's nice to stretch without them on. We're going to take the legs about hip distance, and then we're just going to hinge forward from the hip, rounding over if you can, pulling yourself a little bit deeper, stretching through the hamstrings all the way up into the low back. So that should feel good to lengthen everything out. We're going to come back to this stretch after we do something else. So slowly roll up, relax the shoulders, bring your right leg over the left, hug it in towards you, left arm hugs it in, right thumb to tailbone, and then turn and look over your right shoulder. So it should feel good in your hips and glutes on that right side, right in that little hip pocket. So stay tall and lifted as you turn. I know sometimes I feel a little bit tight in my hips, so this is a nice one to lengthen that back out so we can manage through the rest of the day. And then we're going to take our time, slowly release, come back to center and uncross, bring it to the other side, hug that left knee in, stay tall, thumb to tailbone, and then you turn and look over that left shoulder. you don't feel it, sometimes bringing the thumb in a little bit closer towards your tailbone, really lifting up and adding that rotation will help deepen the stretch. Take your time and release back to center, uncross, hinge from the hip again, bring it over, and you might find that you can go a little bit deeper into the stretch here, really extending through the hamstrings up into the low back. And then take your time, slowly roll up, relax the shoulders, find your way up to standing. You can shake the arms out a little when you come up, just to release any tension in your upper body from some of the moves we did before with the overhead, arm circles if you used any water. And then take a nice deep breath up. Relax the shoulders, press open, and then just do some arm circles. Stretching out through the shoulder, opening up, and then bring the arm forward, circling in, big circle. And then take the arms out wide and just swing across the body, big or small, it's up to you. And then we're going to hold center, take a nice deep breath up. Relax the shoulders, press open. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your day. All right, nice work, guys.